You're looking live at the 2014 Illinois Lutheran State Championship. Live at the beautiful St. Peter Arlington Heights Gymnasium in Arlington Heights, Illinois. My name's Ryan Roth. I'll be doing your play-by-play. I'm alongside my esteemed colleague, Peter Roth, and we'll be here all the way for this championship game between the #1 seed and two-time defending champion Bobcats from Immanuel Palatine versus the Lions from Zion Belleville. Like I said, this Immanuel Palatine is going for their third straight championship. Let's go down to Andy Fritz for the starting lineup.
Association of Illinois. I would like to welcome you to St. Peter Lutheran School in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and the girls' championship game for the state of Illinois. We would also like to welcome our guests from around the world watching us on the internet at LuthsportsTV or at cuchicago.edu/live. And finally, a welcome goes out to all members of the United States Armed Forces stationed at home and abroad who are watching with us today. A DVD of today's games will be given to each of the participating schools in the coming weeks. Before we begin, we ask that all participants and spectators conduct themselves in a God-pleasing manner before, during, and after this basketball game. The LSA Sportsmanship Award will be presented this weekend to the school whose behavior of its players, coaches, and fans best demonstrates Christian sportsmanship. This game will be between the guests on the scoreboard, the Lions of Belleville Zion, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Bobcats of Palatine Immanuel. At this time, let's meet the participants for the championship game. First for Belleville. The Lions enter this contest with a record of 24 wins and 2 losses. They are the champions of the Trinity St. John Nashville Tournament, the Trinity Edwardsville Tournament, the Lutheran Conference, and the Lutheran Conference Tournament. Here at LSA, the Lions defeated Arlington Heights 45-26, Mount Prospect 46-32, and Hoyleton 37-36. Now let's meet the non-starters for Belleville. Number 1, 6th grader, Paige Mueller. Number 30, 6th grader, Kate Peters. Number 33, 6th grader, Alexandra Chastain. And 8th grader, number 50, Leah Garrett. And now the starters for the Lions. At a forward, number 12, 8th grader, Katie Mueller. At another forward, 8th grader, number 14, Grace Tantillo. At a third forward, 8th grader, number 21, Carolyn Henricks. At one guard, number 3, 8th grader, Brittany Nitz. And at the other guard, 8th grader, number 23, Georgie Warren. The Lions are coached by Doug Nitz, and he is assisted by Gary Henricks. And now for Palatine. The Bobcats enter this contest with a record of 23 wins and 5 losses. And on their road to the state championship game, they were crowned the champions of the Walther Christian Academy Tournament, the Lady Bobcat Tip-Off Classic, the Chi-Town AAU Invite, the St. Patrick Wadsworth Knights of Columbus Tournament, and the Christ Stevensville Tournament. Here at state, the Bobcats have defeated Chester 44-14, Freeport 32-18, and Centralia 36-22. Let's meet the non-starters for the Bobcats. Number 1, 7th grader, Grace Towsey. Number 3, 8th grader, Imani Washington. Number 10, 6th grader, Margaret Spear. Number 11, 7th grader, Elise Horbach. Number 13, 5th grader, Ruthie Montella. And number 23, 7th grader, Michaela Cooper. 7th grader, number 32, Julianne Tagney. Number 42, 7th grader, Caitlin Raby. And 8th grader, number 43, Izzy Serafino. Now the starters for the Bobcats, all are guards. Number 5, 8th grader, Brenna Fathers. Number 12, 7th grader, Julia Laval. Number 14, 8th grader, Anaya Veramis. Number 21, 8th grader, Tiana Henderson. And number 24, 8th grader, Erica Andre. The Bobcats are coached by Heather Glazer, and she is assisted by Tony Laval and T.R. Turner. Now, as we do at all LSA events, let us begin this game with a word of prayer. Dear Lord, as we are about to begin this state championship game, we thank you for all you have done for us. We thank you for the ministry of Lutheran churches and schools and for pastors and teachers. We thank you for the abilities and gifts you have given each of the participants in this game. But most importantly, we thank you during this Lenten season that you sent your son to suffer on our behalf. We ask that you would bless this game and its participants, coaches, and officials. Watch over them and keep them safe, because it is in your name we pray and play. Amen. Good luck to both teams.
All right, Peter. The first seed Bobcats versus the 3 seed Lions. What are your keys to the game, sir?
See if I can get this in before tip-off. The keys for Belleville, coming in as a 3 seed, coming off a buzzer beater win against Hoyleton last night in the semifinal, are the duo of Brittany Nitz, number 3, and number 14, Grace Dantillo. Combined, the two are averaging over 27 points a game, and this offense likes to score. They've scored around 40 points in their 3 games before this. They're going to be put to the test, though, against this Palatine defense, which is also their key to the game. They have a vaunted defense that's known throughout the state for shutting everybody down. They're only giving up 18 points a game in the tournament. So it's firepower versus defense. That's what's going to come down to.
All right, Peter. The Bobcats in the all-white, the Lions in the all-blue. And here come the Bobcats to start. The 2-3 zone is set up right now by the Lions. Andre at the top. Works it around. Like I said, Peter, they're a very balanced offense. Not a person over 9 points a game. Andre with an open 3. She's got it. Erica Andrew puts the Bobcats on the board first, and then right away they pick up the full court pressure, which again we'll be seeing a lot of today. Tentil finally able to get it up for the Lions. Hendricks sets up the offense, gets double teamed in the corner. Tantillo. And Tantillo's going to get whistled for the first turnover today. Again, real quick, starting for the Bobcats, we have Fathers, Laval, Baramis, Henderson, and Andre. And for the Lions, it's going to be Nitz, Tantillo, Hendricks, and Warren. Early on, Peter, you saw the defense really pick up.
Yep, and that's what it's going to be like all game, this whole 24-minute stretch. Their defense is like that from tip-off to the final buzzer.
And then we have a first turnover of the game for the Bobcats. And the Lions trying to get on the board for the first time today. It scores 3-0 with just under 5 minutes to go. Look at the intensity, Peter.
And that's what Palatine does. They attack you on the defensive end, and they make you work for every last point you get. Belleville's definitely going to have to work with that, as we see a nice fade away from Tantillo. It just doesn't fall.
Tantillo can't convert, and here comes the Bobcats pushing. Baramis is going to get fouled there. Looks like that foul is going to be on number 12, Katie Mueller. So it's Katie's first, team's first. The Bobcats inbound the ball underneath their own basket. They're trying to work down low to Henderson. Instead, Andre pulls it back out. They reverse it around to Laval. Again, the zone defense is looking pretty good so far for the Lions.
They've only given up that one open look to Andre that she knocked down right at the beginning of the game.
Good defense there by Warren. They're just trying to find something down low. It's Tatil and is almost traveled there. And just as I say Tatil's name, she rips the ball away, and we're going to have another turnover for the Bobcats. That's 2 early turnovers right for the Bobcats. Pretty surprising considering how smart they were with the ball.
Yeah, that's definitely credit to Belleville's defense to start this game. They have come out and played with a purpose so far, and they're going to have to keep that up for the whole game if they want to keep, as we see another turnover for Belleville.
I guess I go into this game, you know, the number 1 seed Bobcats, number 3 Lions. I didn't expect to see so many turnovers so fast.
That's one of the trade-offs from Palatine's defense. The Belleville turnovers are understandable because Palatine does that to anybody no matter who they play. But I'm really impressed with how Belleville's come out and played defense so far today.
The pass just about knocked away, but Bobcats able to hold on to the ball. Here's Andre with the 3 earlier. You can't give her open, but then it will almost steal, but the ball is knocked away. Andre recovered. 3:44 to go in the first quarter. Andre works it around to LaValle, who sees Henderson, who wants to take a baseline. Nice pass down low to Fathers. Fathers put up and good. Brenna Fathers, his first basket of the game, extends the lead to 5 at 5-0, and then right away, Peter, they pick up the full court pressure. Luckily, Tantillo is a very good ball handler. Nice pass and shot by Warren. And Georgie Warren with her basket of the game. It cuts the lead to 3 at 5-2. Warren able to take it the whole. Warren comes to this game averaging 5 points a game in this tournament. But like you said earlier, the Lions are led by Nitz and Tantillo, averaging 28 points a game together.
And Palatine's done a great job of being all over, as we see.
Nice pass from Andre to Bramis. She can't convert. Another strong rebound there by Tantillo.
As I was saying before, as you can see, the defense on Nitz right now is skin tight, it seems. She can't find anything from half court in.
Now you have to like what. Actually, we're gonna have a travel violation here. Another turnover for the Lions, a 3rd turnover already. But what I was gonna say is, you have to like how the Bobcats are, and they've been able to have a lot of open looks so far, just not being able to connect.
Yep, they've worked the ball, they've worked through this defense, they've passed, rotated, beat the zone, and on that one play, Henderson beat the zone baseline and found Fathers for that easy layup.
Now, Peter, neither team plays a deep bench, so let's see who's. Oh, nice pass to Henderson. Can't convert. Tantillo with another rebound. But like I said, neither team plays a huge bench, so foul trouble could be a key today.
Yeah, it definitely could. Especially.
Now look at the timeout. That's the Bobcats pressure for you, Peter. Again, we keep talking about Bobcats pressure. The Lions are not able to even get. They had 2 shots off so far, and we're 4 minutes into the first quarter.
There's a reason we can't stop talking about Palatine's pressures, because that's what they're known for, and that's why they're here. That's why they were the number 1 seed in state. That's why they have a season record of 23-5. They attack on defense. That's why no one on their team scores more than 9 points a game, because they win games by beating the other team on the defensive end and getting easy baskets off of that. It's really impressive how well they play defense without fouling either. They slide their feet really well. They're very good at moving, not hand checking, keeping hands off, playing really smart defense while also doing an outstanding job at the same time.
Now, Coach Heather Glazer really focuses on the fundamentals. You know, that's the biggest thing at this age that you really have to focus on. If you focus first on the fundamentals, everything else will come. So here's Tantillo able to get past full court, and we're going to have a foul. I think this one's going to be on Henderson, Peter. Yep, that's going to be on Henderson. That's her team's first. The Lions inbound the ball on the side. 3-point shot attempt for Nitz. Can't convert. Henderson with the rebound. Now there's an open look. Those are the looks that you want for Nitz. And then Henderson takes a coast to coast. She can't convert on that one. Tantillo with her 3rd rebound of the game. Again, for Nitz, those are the shots I want to take, Peter.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. She's made 9 3-pointers throughout the tournament already. That's her specialty. She's a great sharpshooter. So that shot is perfect for her, especially with Palatine pressuring inside the arc as well as they do.
Missed shot there by Hendricks. Rebound by LaValle. LaValle's pushing. And we're going to have a travel violation on LaValle. So again, we keep talking about how good the Bobcats are defensively. But the Lions are only down 3, Peter. The score's 5-2.
The Lions have played a great job on defense so far today, too. They haven't given up any open looks.
Nitz almost losing it there.
This could be a defensive struggle for the entire way through.
Off-balance shot attempt. Another rebound this time by Andre. And Andre wants to push. What I've noticed so far is that the Bobcats would like to push Peter, but the Lions, with their zone defense, is able to reset quickly.
Which is kind of surprising, considering if you look at the stats from the first 3 games in this tournament, you'd think that Belleville would be the team that wants to push.
Another missed shot attempt by Varamis, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back up. And I love Varamis with her first basket of the game. So she extends the lead to 5 at 7-2. Nice behind the back dribble by Nick's able to get back. But again, it's the defense, and we're going to have a foul violation. I think this is going to be on number 5, Fathers. Yep, that's on Fathers first, team second. So with 37 seconds to go, the score is 7-2, Immanuel Palatine.
I think I've only seen throughout this first 5.5 minutes, Belleville has had the ball in the lane 1 time so far. Palatine's done a great job of collapsing on the ball handler and not letting them get anywhere inside the arc.
So here they are, Hendricks resetting the offense. Hendricks almost losing it, able to retain it, able to find the cutting Warren. They reset the offense with 25 seconds to go. They're trying to find a good-looking shot. They give and go to Tantillo, up and good. Grace Tantillo comes in this game averaging 12 points a game. Gets her first basket game, and the score is now 7-4.
That was a really nice pick and roll play from Tantillo, knowing to roll and exactly where to go to get the best open shot.
The Bobcats obviously waiting for one last shot here. Work it around to Varamis, and at the buzzer, the shot attempt is no good by Andre. And after 1 quarter of play, Peter, I think we're going to have a good one. 7-4, Immanuel Palatine leads Zion Belleville. You know, after 1 half of play, I'm really happy with the way both teams are playing defense. I kind of figured right away when Immanuel Palatine got off to a 5-0 run within the first minute that this game could get ugly fast, but quite the opposite.
Belleville stuck with it, even though they've had a lot of trouble with the pressure from Palatine and how intense it is. Considering they haven't played Palatine all this year, they've never gotten to experience it before. They've done a great job of handling it, and more importantly, playing really well on the defensive end, because defensive stops are going to be what keeps them in this game, because no matter how hard you try and how well you do on offense, Palatine's still not going to give up that many points. So Belleville needs to focus on defense, keep the point totals low for these next 3 quarters, and they can keep themselves in this game.
So again, 7-4 lead for the Bobcats. You know, the key point that you said, the Bobcats have given up an average of 18 points a game this tournament, and they've won each game by at least 14 points. And to be honest, those games weren't even that close. So
even in the semifinal against Centralia, which we saw a couple hours ago, who played pretty well in the 3rd place game, they only gave up 22 points the whole way. They just shut people down no matter who they play, it seems.
And Belleville snuck by a very good Hoyleton team in the semifinals. So starts the 2nd quarter, Bobcats with the ball, and then almost turnover there, but Varamis saves it. And Varamis is going to get fouled, but is not able to convert on the 3-point play. So Varamis can go to the free throw line for 2.
If there was any weakness I could find so far that Belleville has done or hasn't done on the defensive end, it's really guarding baseline. The first basket that Fathers got earlier in the game was off a baseline drive from Henderson, and there again we saw that Varamis had an open baseline that she drove and drew the foul from.
Varamis is now 2 for 4 from the free throw line for the tournament, shooting 50%. As a team, this Bobcat team is not as strong from the free throw line as usual. A little bit under 45% from the free throw line, so we'll see if that comes into play at all today.
They also haven't gone to the line very much throughout this tournament either. They haven't drawn many fouls, and because of it, they've only seen the line like 22 times so far this tournament.
Now Varamis now with her 4th point extends the lead back up to 5 at 9-4, and the full court pressure is picked right up. Hendricks brings it up. I'm sorry, Warren brings it up. Warren trying to find something, but is double teamed there. Finally, they get the ball back to reset the offense. Nice move there by Warren to reverse it. Tantillo likes to drive and penetrate. Wide open 3 attempt there for Hendricks, in and out. Great box out there by Laval. That's the one thing that you can't teach, Peter, is great boxing out.
That's very, very true. I mean, that's one of the most basic things you need to know for basketball, and one of the basic ingredients for a great team is boxing out and limiting 2nd and 3rd chances. And if Palatine rebounds like that all game, Belleville has enough time getting the shot up for the first time on the possession. if no second and third opportunities come, they'll have a really hard time scoring.
You know, it's impressive that Laval, the shortest person on the court right now, is able to box out the tallest person on the court.
That's just dedication and showing she wanted the ball more in that given circumstance.
Now, Peter, that's father's second, so she just picked up her second, team's third. I think at this point in the game, Brenna might have to take a seat for a while just so that she doesn't pick up any more fouls.
Well, I agree with you.
Nice pass to the middle. Tantil can't finish. In this type of game, you can't miss those wide open opportunities, Peter.
Nope, those are ones you have to have, especially with the defense being played against you. As we see another reach foul.
And that foul's going to be on Andres, and that's Andres' first, team's fourth. But again, against the Bobcats defense, you don't have a ton of open looks. So when Tantil, a very strong scorer, cannot convert on a layup like that, you wonder if that's going to haunt him through the rest of the game.
And another thing that Zion has to get better on doing so far as we see another turnover for the Lions. They really have to learn or work on dribbling with a purpose. They seem to just be dribbling one or two times as we see an inadvertent pass by Henderson. As I was saying before, the Lions, have a hard time of dribbling once and picking it up and leaving themselves with very few options right inside the half-court line. They have to dribble with a purpose, know what they're going to do with the ball, and not just dribble because you have to dribble because you're trying to go somewhere.
Almost steal, but Tantil is able to get it right back. So Tantil with the save. Now again, cuts the lead to 3 at 9-6. Tantil's got 4 points a day, but it's, both teams with 4 turnovers early on in this game, which like I said, is kind of surprising for a Bobcat. Now that make that 5 turnovers for the Bobcats. So the Bobcats, usually a very sure team when it comes to turnovers, 5 and only in 7 minutes of play. So they set up the full court pressure. The Lions down 3, trying to give them the first tie of the game. They haven't been tied since 0-0. And to be honest, they haven't had many chances to even think about tying it. Nice pass there for Mitz down low to Hendricks. Hendricks works around to Warren. Hendricks with a wide open 3 attempt. Just can't convert. Henderson with a rebound. Henderson loves to push it. Henderson coast to coast. And we're going to have a charging foul on Henderson. Henderson playing out of control there, and now Henderson just picked up her second foul. So Henderson and Fathers both with 2 fouls apiece.
Smart defense by Belleville, not giving up on the play and trying to make some good out of it, and they ended up doing so in drawing the foul.
But playing out of control, Peter, now again, they don't have a deep bench, so the last thing they can afford is to just get foul trouble. And Laval with the steal almost loses, is able to save it. And then Andre is able to pull it back out and reset the offense. So Bobcats have to slow things down and reset their offense, Peter.
This Belleville defense is really hurrying them, keeping them out of their comfort zone as we see another nice jumper by Andre, who's 2 for 2 from the field today so far.
But that's what they have to do. They have to reset the offense. They let the game come to them.
Just set themselves up. Make sure you set up your shot. Don't rush anything, and good things will happen. Andre took her time there. She saw the rim, saw where she wanted to go, didn't hurry herself, and made a nice jumper.
Full timeout there by Coach Schmitz. Now again, in this type of situation, Peter, they're down 5. What do you talk about in this timeout?
Talk about just working your offense as best as you can right now. Try and get as close to the hoop as you can, get as open as you can, look for clean shots, open looks, anything that gives you a glimmer of making a shot, cutting into this lead. For Palatine, just focusing like it always is on the defensive pressure. If you play this defensive intensity for the entire game, it's going to be really hard for Belleville to come back from even a 5-point lead. Right? Anything bigger would be even more difficult.
Now, I guess in this situation, I think the Bobcats should slow things down offensively. I feel like the last couple series when they tried to push it, the Lions have a good defense. They played out of control. And in that type of situation, even in the last series, you had Henderson pick up her second foul on a player control foul. So in this type of situation, I think the Bobcats should refocus and reset their offense and not feel the need to push it.
And you already are controlling the game with your defense. So if you, as we see a nice crossover move by Nitz, if you slow down the offense and just, we see another held ball.
No jump ball possession arrow is the Lions.
But yeah, just slow down the offense and make Belleville come out and guard you, bring them out of that zone, and you'll find more openings for easy shots.
Okay, so the Lions will inbound the ball and throw a basket. A lot of cool shoes in this game, Peter. A lot of different colors as well.
Yeah, a lot of bright colors, some pinks, some blues. I like the team socks that Zion has with the numbers on the back.
Nice move by Brittany Nitz. Brittany Nitz, the leading scorer for the Lions, makes her first basket of the game, cuts the lead back down to 3 at 11-8. Nice move by Nitz. She really has to get things going if the Lions want to stay in this game.
And Belleville did exactly what I talked about in the first quarter. As you see a nice move by Henderson, but it's a held ball. Possession is going to stay with
Varamis working hard down low with another rebound there, but like I said, Nitz has to keep things going. I'm surprised that she hasn't even taken more shots. I think she's, 1 for 3 from the floor right now?
1 for 2, and she hasn't had more than 2 open looks, really. Those are the only 2 times she had enough time to shoot. But Belleville is 4 for 5 from the field right now when they've gotten inside the lane to take a layup or a close jumper. So if they can keep getting in the lane, beating this Palatine defense from time to time, they can keep scoring easy baskets.
Nice pass from Laval, down low to Henderson. They decided it wasn't there, so works it back out. Here's Andre resetting the offense. 2:24 to go. They're up 3, 11-8. They work it down low to Varamis, who gets the ball knocked away, and we're going to have another turnover here. That's a 7th turnover already for the Bobcats. Okay, the Lions have had chance after chance to take advantage of the Bobcats' sloppiness so far in this game, and they just have not been able to so far.
Palatine's best offense right now is their defense. Even though they're turning the ball over on offense, their defense is making sure Zion doesn't take advantage of those costly turnovers.
You know, as you can see, Varamis is all over Nitz. You know, just defensively, Nitz hasn't had many opportunities. Nice pick there by Tantillo.
I mean, Nitz is being face guarded as soon as she crosses half court.
Hendricks with the unforced, the bad pass, and then this turnover here is on the Lions. So that's six turnovers on the Lions. It's been a very evenly matched game so far today. You know, the difference really has been that 1-3 by Andre and a couple of free throws, but when you look at rebounding stats, field goal, it's been a very evenly matched first half. Now, Andre working around. Andre leads all scorers with 5 points today. Varamis gets trapped in the corner. Varamis gets it ripped away. Again, Tantillo, Peter, seems to be all over the place on the defensive side. She's very strong with the ball.
She's a very good player to have in the middle of the 2-3 zone because she's quick on her first step.
Nice pass to Andre in the corner, in and out, and Hendricks with the rebound. And now Hendricks wants to push, but great defense for the Bobcats, making her reset the offense. So here's Nitz. Nitz with the open 3 attempt. She's got it. Brittany Nitz with the sweet stroke ties it at 11. First tie since 0-0 as the Bobcats made a 3 early on. 11-11, and the Lions have all the momentum right now as this is a very pro Bobcat crowd.
And you can now see why Nitz is getting face guarded as soon as she crosses half court. She's got
3-point attempt by Andre. She can't convert, and now Mueller with the rebound. So for the first time in the game, the Lions have a chance to take the lead. Nitz with another wide open 3. In and out, and we're going to have a foul on number 21, Hendricks. So Hendricks pushed off on that foul. First foul, team's third. Neither team's close to bonus yet. But again, Nix, Peter, when that ball came off her wrist, I thought that was going in.
Yeah, that was the kind that you knew was in before it even left her hand. She was really confident, and that's a nice stroke she has.
So 11-11, 35 seconds to go in the first half. Right now, the Bobcats just have to work for a good shot here. Laval throws it away, but Andre able to save it. We're going to have another foul here. So this is going to be on Georgie Warren. That's her first, team's 5th. No, first team's 4th. Laval inbounds the ball to Fathers. Fathers works around to Andre, who thought about there for a second. 20 seconds to go, and another jump ball, and that's another Bobcat turnover. So it's 8 turnovers already for the Bobcats.
And that was Tantillo again with the veracity underneath the hoop to grab the ball that was presented to her and cause a turnover. She's done a great job with that throughout this first half.
Nix is going to get fouled. Actually, you know what? Nix is going to be whistled for the travel violation. So a turnover there for the Lions. 8th team turnover. So 13 seconds to go. They'll inbound the ball. The Bobcats will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Look for Andre here to take the nice pass from Varamis to Laval, who works Andre wide open for 3, and she can't get it, and the ball gets rebounded by Hendricks, who smartly is able to send it out, and there it is. After one half of play, We have a tie ball game, and for the first time today, and you and I, Brock, I think we're going to have a close game down the finish, Peter.
This one has been match for match and everything from points to turnovers to rebounds. I haven't found any separation at all through these first 12 minutes, and I hope it stays that way until the final buzzer.
So the score is 11-11. We will be back here shortly with some halftime stats. And we're back live at the 2014 Illinois Lutheran Grade School State Championship. We are in the halftime of the state championship game between the Bobcats from Immanuel Palatine and the Lions from Zion Belleville. Now, the Bobcats are the two-time defending champions, but they are in the mix of a battle right now as the score is 11-11 at the half. Now, Peter, I've noticed some things in the first half. The main thing I've noticed is how strong the Bobcats were on Nitz, really forcing Nitz to not have many opportunities. But when she's had those opportunities, she's made them. So she has 5 of the 11 team points. But what have you noticed in the first half, and what are your keys to the second half?
I've noticed a lot of defense throughout this first half, as we both expected coming into this game. More so from Palatine was expected. I'm really impressed with what Belleville's done on the defensive end. Coming into this game, they've given up about 32 points a game as compared to Palatine's 18. But they've matched them pound for pound, blow for blow this whole first half on defense. Haven't given up any open looks, made it really hard for Palatine to score. they keep that up, they'll keep themselves in this game, because we both know Palatine's defense is going to stay the way it was in the first half. They're going to play like that until the final whistle, and points are going to be hard to come by in the second half. And I really see this coming down to the wire as long as Belleville stays focused on the defensive end and also takes advantage of the open shots ahead. They finished that first half 4 for 5 from the field inside the paint, as opposed to 1 of 8 outside it, that one being Nitz's money ball from beyond the arc. So if they get in the lane and they keep knocking them down to the percentage they are, it should be a great game.
All right, so starting the second half for the Bobcats will be their starters: Fathers, Laval, Varamis, Henderson, and Andre. And just like for the Lions, their starters as well: Nitz, Mueller, Tantillo, Hinrichs, and Warren. The Bobcats in the all-white, working left to right. And we're off. Andre brings it up. They're still trying to work down low to Henderson. Henderson hasn't been, Henderson's had some open looks, but she's yet to score. Is one of the team's leading scorers. Nice move there by Varamis, but the ball gets stripped away. The 9th team turnover of the game. And again, the Lions trying to get their first lead of the game. As the closest they've been, this is the closest they've been since 0-0. Hendricks finds Nitz. Nitz, their leading scorer. Anytime she gets an open look, she puts it up. Can't convert. Varamis with the rebound, and now Varamis is pushing. And Varamis gets it stripped away by Tantillo. Another turnover for the Bobcats. Again, the Bobcats, Peter, what they should do is, instead of feeling they need to push it, slow it down. The Lions defense is not letting them run.
Nope, and they're doing the exact same, or on their own side of the defensive end.
And when Henderson up and gets fouled, Henderson takes it hard to the hold every time. Sooner or later, she's going to convert one of those. Now, Katie Muir just picked up her second foul. So Henderson going to go to the free throw line for 2. Henderson comes in this tournament as just a 50% free throw shooter. Has yet to score today. And she converts on the first. So now Henderson, with her first point of the game, gives them a 1-point lead at 12-11. Again, next up, we have the boys' championship game between East Dundee Immanuel and Peoria Christ. Henderson misses the second. Tantillo with her 5th rebound of the game. Tantillo almost loses that. Great defense there by Varamis, and she gets it ripped away by Fathers, and she's going to get fouled by Tantillo. So now Tantillo picked up her second foul. Great defense there by the Bobcats.
It's been great defense by both sides so far this second half. We've had 4 turnovers in a minute and 11 seconds. So it's been a lot of the same, as we've been saying all game. A lot of high-intensity defense and offenses that are just trying to find some cracks in the fortress of both other sides.
Fathers works down low to Henderson. Still can't convert. Another rebound there for Tantillo. Tantillo's got 6 rebounds so far today. And Varamis is all over. They got to get the ball past half court. And we're going to have a timeout. The Bobcats defense forces another timeout. They only have 2 timeouts left. So, hey, just give a little recap of today so far in the girls' games. The consolation final, Trinity Roselle defeated Unity West Chicago 24-13. St. Paul Mount Prospect defeated Immanuel Freeport 36-30 in the 7th place game. Early this morning on the CUChicago.com web broadcast, Trinity Edwardsville defeated Zion Bethalto 30-25. And the game we just had here, Trinity Hoyleton, the number 2 seed, defeated Trinity Centralia 41-33. Again, next up we have the boys' championship game, Immanuel East Dundee versus Peoria Christ. And after the timeout break, the Lions will inbound the ball, down 1. Able to find Nitz. Nitz takes the baseline, works it around. Nitz with a wide open 3 attempt, can't convert. Another open look for Nitz, but another rebound by Laval, and Laval is going to get fouled. And it looks like, Peter, I think this one's on Nope, this one's going to be on Nitz, because if that was on Tantillo, that would be number 3. So Nitz picked up her first, team's 3rd. So 3 quick fouls already this half for the Lions.
Well, which is really surprising considering they had 2 the entire first half. They played really clean on defense, and so far they've been a little less than that on the defensive end.
Laval works in the corner to Henderson. Henderson likes taking a baseline. Henderson cross-court pass to Andre. Nice pump fake. takes it hard to the hole, and and Andre's going to get fouled. And it looks like this one is going to be on Georgie Warren. So that's Georgie's second, team's fourth. Andre's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Andre, the leading scorer today with 5 points. Comes this game averaging 9 points a game and shooting a very strong 7 for 9 from the free throw line. So Andre with 6 points a day. And to be frank, she's made the last field goal with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. So they've won a 6-minute field goal scoring drought.
That's just a testament, as she knocks on the second one, to how strong their defense is. They haven't made a basket in 6 minutes, and they've increased their lead.
So Fort scores now 14-11. And as we said all the game, the Lions having troubles with the full court pressure. And we're going to have a foul, so that's going to be on Laval. So Laval just picked up her first, team's first.
Another fun fact, we are 2 minutes into the third quarter, and not a single substitution has been made.
You know, in the words of Dan Patrick, we should throw the stat of the day reference out there, Peter. But as I say that, we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is the Bobcat. I'm sorry, possession arrow is the Lions. I like the fun fact reference, though, Peter. I think we should bring out at least a fun fact every quarter or so.
I'll see what I can do.
Nice pass down low to Nitz. Brittany Nitz with actually 7 straight points for the Lions. Cuts lead down to 1 at 14-13. She was quiet in the first quarter, but she has the last 7 points for their team. Nice pass down low to Bramis. Bramis works around to a wide open Henderson. Great defense for the Lions. And overthrow, the pass is overthrown Bramis. 11th team turnover. And is this the time that the Lions can finally take a lead, Peter? They've not led the entire game, but they've had chances over the last 5 possessions.
It really depends on what they do on this offensive end. Speed-wise, as we see a turnover there.
Andres wanted to push. Nice pass down low to Bramis, who can't convert the easy bunny, but we're going to have a jump ball. In a one-point game like this, and you don't have a lot of open looks, you can't afford to miss those wide-open opportunities.
Yep, those are referred to as winning plays. If you make those, you're going to usually win the game.
Bramis works on Andre, wide open for 3. Book it! Erica Andre, the leading scorer for the Bobcats, has given, with her 10th point in the game, has given them a 4-point lead. And now the Bobcats' pressure picks up. Nix, nice pass down low. Tantillo able to save it with the open jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound by Laval. What's impressive, Laval, the shortest person on the team, has 4 rebounds today. A little Ben Brust-esque. And for those Illinois fans, he plays for the Wisconsin Badgers basketball team. Nice ball reversal there to Andre. Andre just made that huge 3-pointer. Resets the offense. And we're going to have a kick ball. Possession remains with the Bobcats. 2:23 to go in this third quarter. Very fast action so far, Peter.
Well, yep. This game's flying by because it's really been played pretty clean. Not much like fouls-wise. We have 5 fouls in this half, but the first half was very clean.
Fathers can't convert on that attempt. Another Tantillo rebound. There's been a lot of that's her 7th rebound of the game. Now we're going to have a foul on, it looks like, number 5, Fathers. So Fathers, Peter, just picked up her 3rd foul. Really the only person on either team with foul trouble.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say she's going to stay in the game with 3 fouls.
Considering there's not been a single substitution through 3 quarters of play, because your fun fact said that so. And we're going to have an and 1 basket by Tantillo. Grace Tantillo taking it strong to the hole. And that foul looks like it's going to be on number 21, Henderson. And that's 3 on Henderson, too.
And once again, Belleville has 2 made field goals in this quarter, and guess where both of them have come from? The paint.
Tantillo can't convert, and Henderson with the rebound, but again, cuts the lead down to 2 at 17-15, and we're going to have a blocking violation. And you know what the thing is, I think they really wanted to beat us, Peter. I know we're kind of a big deal broadcasting this tournament, but that was pretty close action.
Yeah, that was. First time I've touched the ball all weekend. Albeit it was my shin.
Way to go, Peter. Nice stop. So, all kidding aside, Bobcats with the ball back after the foul on Tantillo. That was Tantillo's 3rd, team's 5th. So we'll be in bonus here shortly. They're working around Henderson. Nice pass to Andre. And Andres can get whistled for the travel. She shuffled her feet there.
Palatine's had a lot of uncharacteristically just careless turnovers so far in this game. They have
12 team turnovers, which
a lot of them have been just like that, at travel, taking an extra step when you really don't need to. Just the small things that you can take care of if you think about.
Ball is knocked away by Varamis. Varamis, one of the best defenders in this tournament. Nitz almost gets fouled, but able to save it. Nice pass from, actually, bad pass from Tantillo.
Varamis.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, the Bobcats with the ball back. Works it around. Nice pass to Laval. Laval wants to take it all the... Laval tries to get down low to Henderson. Henderson's able to save it. Henderson overthrows Andre. And the 13th team turnover.
Based on the way this quarter's gone, your halftime prediction of a 24-19 final score may be right on point.
It's a Lion. Varamis. I apologize to Anila Varamis. We had my esteemed colleague Peter Roth gave me the wrong pronunciation, so anyway I can blame Peter for something, I have to. Nice pass from Moore to wide open Nix. It gets blocked by Henderson, but actually Henderson gave a little body, so now Henderson just picked up her 4th, Peter. Now a team that does not play many subs. We're gonna have our first substitution of the game, and Brittany Nitz will go to the free throw line for 2, trying to tie this game. Nitz a 67% free throw shooter in the tournament. Make that 70. And now our first substitution of the game, Elise Horback checks into the ball game. Nitz will get a second one. She's got 8 points today, and can't convert on that one. And we're gonna have players all over the place, but Muir able to pick up the ball. Muir's can get fouled by Fathers, so now Fathers picked up her 4th too. So now Fathers and Henderson both have 4 fouls, so Fathers is also gonna have to take a seat on the bench.
And there's a substitution just about to check in for in the next dead ball.
Able to get 17-16 your game. Able to get Tantillo. Tantillo looks around it. Here's Nitz, open look for 3. And can't get it. And Laval, again, another rebound, the 5th rebound of the game. And Laval's pushing. She wants to take it all the way to the hole, and she goes off an off-balance shot. And she's going to get fouled by number 21, Hinrichs. So Hinrichs just picked up her 2nd foul. Laval with the off-balance shot gets the benefit of the doubt and gets to go to the free throw line for 2.
Seems to be a very different game from the first half. A lot more whistles so far. A lot more free throws, a lot more calls 30 feet away from the hoop. That one was an exception, but...
So the Bobcats will be in bonus the rest of the way. Laval missed on the first, she gets the second one, but we're gonna have a line violation, so no basket. Laval is, the starter here, has yet to score in this tournament. She's more of an assist rebound type of player, and then she misses 2 free throws there, so the Lions, another opportunity to take this lead.
If you want another Badger reference, she's a Josh Gosser type, a glue guy. Glue person.
I would say more so of a Mike Kelly reference, Peter, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And we're going to have another foul. This one's going to be on Hinrichs. Actually, it's going to be on, well, I think it's going to be on Mueller. I thought they called 21. Nope, it is Hinrichs. So Hinrichs just picked up her 3rd. So again, we're 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and the Bobcats will be in bonus for the rest of the way. Varamis will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. A great free throw shooter. Very short on that one.
A lot of Palatine fans are going to blame you for that jinxing her before the shot.
I apologize. But as a team, 3 for 7 in this quarter. The only Ball knocked away. The only field goal, the Bobcats have had 2 field goals in the last 2 quarters. Both baskets by Erica Andre.
She has 3 of the 5 field goals they've made all game.
Now here's Nitz. Nitz wide open for 3. Can't convert, and another rebound, this one by Andre. And Andre, nice pass down low, but gets blocked. Horvath gets blocked. I forgot to mention Margaret Spear checked in the ball game for the Bobcats during that last break. And a bad pass, and another Bobcats turnover, 14th of the game. And with 17 seconds to go, the Lions to get the ball back, down 1, 17-16. Able to inbound the ball to Nitz. Nitz loses it. Nitz tries to dribble through 2 people. And Andre works around to Spear. 7 seconds to go. Laval, nice pass to Horvath. Can't get it, and 2 seconds to go, and that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So my friend Peter, through 3 quarters of play, Immanuel Palatine barely is leading 17-16. What are your feelings for going into the 4th quarter? I have a feeling we're gonna have a pretty close game down the stretch.
And I have a feeling it's going to involve a lot of defense, as it has for the first 3 quarters. Both teams are still playing outstanding on defense. We have 26 combined turnovers between both schools. That's where a lot of the energy of this game is going, is on the defensive end. Usually a lot of players like to conserve energy in defense, so to say, to keep it for offense so they can score. Both these teams today have been completely opposite, and they have been focusing all their energy, it seems, on the defensive end, and the offenses have combined for 33 points only because of it.
Hey, the LSA would like to thank our many volunteers that make this weekend possible. The LSA is a non-profit organization with no paid staff. Without volunteers, this event is just not possible, so thank you. Also, the LSA Track 2014 Track and Field will be held on May 17th and 18th at Concordia University of Chicago. Go to www.Luthsports.org for qualifying times and distances. Peter, you weren't much of a track star back in your day. But again, basketball is your sport, and that's why you're doing it today.
Yep.
So here the Lions are starting the 4th quarter of this championship game. Who will strike first? 17-16 lead for the Bobcats. The starters are back in for the Lions. Nice pass from Nitz to a wide open Mueller for 2. And in and out, and another rebound by Andre. Henderson on the court for the Bobcats. Peter, are you surprised?
Not at all, because they've been playing the whole game with their starting 5, even with 4 fouls. I'm not surprised at all that she's back in there already.
We're going to have a travel violation on the Bobcats. So, but Henderson and Fathers both with 4 fouls apiece. 5:29 to go. So we've got a ways to go in this 4th quarter. I have a feeling this one's going to be a battle down the stretch. And a poor pass by Hendricks. And another turnover. 14th of the game for the Lions. So Spear brings it up. Laval works around to Henderson. They're taking their time. They have the 1-point lead. They're trying to work for a good shot. You know, if I was Bobcats right now, Coach Glazer, I would try to work something to Andre. She's been pretty much all the entire offense today. Here's Varamis. Nice move. Varamis is going to get whistled for the travel. Tough move there by Varamis.
Going back to Palatine's offense, though, I really think they should work the ball on the outside and see if they can beat the zone on a ball reversal, because Belleville is not.
And another turnover here.
As we'll get to see now, Belleville does not really extend from anywhere inside the paint. They're condensed to 5 people guarding the hoop very closely. So if Palatine can swing the ball around quickly on a reversal, they can find an open jumper on the opposite side of the court.
Laval works to Andre. Now, Peter, Spear is a 6th grader. She's got 2 more years of this action, and I'd like to see her play as an 8th grader. I think she'll be something special.
She's definitely giving the team good minutes right now.
And we're going to have another turnover by the Bobcats. 17th as a team. And Coach Nitz wants a timeout. So now the Lions have 1 timeout left for the rest of the game.
You said you wanted me to fit in a stat of the day every quarter. We have 33 total points scored so far in this game. Compare that to 31 total turnovers to give you an idea of the kind of game that we've been playing throughout so far.
So, hey, next up we have the championship game for the boys, the Immanuel East Dundee versus Peoria Christ. So this is the first year in 3 years that Immanuel Palatine will not be the champion. Actually, it's been pretty impressive the last 2 years. Immanuel Palatine has won both the girls and boys championship over the last 2 years.
That's definitely hard to do, have both teams be so strong as to win the state tournament. It's really an impressive achievement.
All right, so 4:40 to go in this fourth quarter. 17-16 Immanuel Palatine with the lead. Zion Belleville, again, last year they finished 5th place. The year before that, they finished 4th place. So is this the year that they can finally take that championship that they've never had? Palatine is a 9-time defending champion.
Kind of like the UCLA of the Illinois State Tournament.
Thank you. As long as you don't say North Carolina, we're good to go.
They only have 6. I can't compare.
All right, here's Warren, brings it up. Warren with the off-balance shot, almost in. Warren, that would have been an impressive effort if she would have converted on that one. Henderson loves running it, but smartly pulls it back out. Laval thought about it there for a second. So the Bobcats slowing things down. This is something we're used to with Immanuel Palatine. Let the game come to them. 17-16 lead with 4 minutes to go.
What I said before, Belleville hasn't shown any initiative to come outside of the three-point arc, so Palatine can really just hold the ball and stretch out the zone and create more openings.
Well, to be honest, Peter, why? I mean, they have Palatine has 2 made three-pointers in this tournament, both by Andre, one in this game, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession Earl's Bobcats.
Andre has 2 in this game as opposed to 1 through the first 3 games for the whole team. So, I mean, they're shooting better today than they have all tournament.
So that's why Andre's had some open looks, because the Lions going into it know the Bobcats are not much of a three-point shooting team. Nice defense there by Nitz. Compare that to Nitz that has 10 three-pointers by herself.
And you can see the difference in defensive styles because of it. Nitz gets picked up at half court, whereas no one on Belleville comes outside
Poor
of the arc.
pass by Spear, and we're going to have a foul. Nope, we're not going to have a foul. The ball gets knocked away, and the Bobcats will retain possession. So, Peter, next year, kind of go back to the youth of this Bobcats team. Laval is a 7th grader, Spear's a 6th grader. Both will be back next year, and the Bobcats will just reload like they usually do.
They're very good at building talent through the system.
And a poor pass by Andre. And actually, you know what? The ball was tipped away. So the Bobcats will get the ball back with 3:37 to go and a 1-point lead. Henderson works it around to Spear. Spear doesn't, can just reverse it to Laval. And Laval's going to whistle for a travel. Again, the Bobcats have to realize that, Peter, they have the lead. The Lions aren't going to pick them up. Why I feel the need to drive and penetrate. You have the lead, and then a poor pass stolen away by Laval. Laval then gets it ripped away, but actually, you know what? Laval's going to get fouled. And this foul looks like it's going to be on number 23, Georgie Warren. So now Warren just picked up her 3rd, team's 8th. So Laval to the free throw line for 1-1. I've said this before, she has yet to score in this tournament. These are huge free throws right here.
This would be a great time to score your first 2 points of the tournament.
And can't convert. Tantillo with her 8th rebound of the game. Just remember, the Lions, Peter, only have 1 timeout left, so they can't afford to waste timeout on an empty possession.
You can't pick the ball up that high away from the hoop either.
And Nitz is going to get fouled by Varamis. So now Varamis picked up her 1st, team 6th. And look, number 5, Fathers checks in the game. So now be careful for the Bobcats. The Lions are in bonus the rest of the way. Varamis and Henderson both with 4 fouls apiece. They're trying to get to Nix. I think everybody in the building knows they're trying to get to Nix here. Hendricks works it around. Nice pass to Warren. Warren can't convert. Henderson with the rebound, and Henderson wants to run, and Henderson another missed layup, and looks like we're gonna have a foul here. And it appears this one is on Varamis.
And that's the kind of play where, even though you have what may look like an open lane, up one with a defense that's going to sit in the lane and not come on guard you, I'd pull that one back out and work the offense, see how much clock you can get off.
Tantillo 0 for 1 for the free throw line so far today. 6 points for the game, averaging 12 points in the tournament. She has a chance to tie it for the first time since it was 11-11. And another missed free throw. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is the Lions.
That was some incredible hustle from Warren there to come across the lane and grab the ball and force that jump ball.
So Peter's poor free throw shooting on both sides right now. We're going to have a foul.
Off the ball foul, it appears it's going to be sending Nitz to the line.
Now that looks like it was on Laval. Yep, Laval just picked up her second foul, team's 8th.
Nitz is definitely not someone you want to send to the line.
Nitz, a 70% free throw shooter in the tournament, gets to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Nitz with 8 points today, and another missed free throw. Finally, Varamis with the rebound, and Varamis is going to go to the free throw line for another 1-and-1. So Tantillo is going to pick up her 4th, Peter. So Tantillo now is the only one in foul trouble for the Lions.
Lots of missed free throws in this quarter from both sides.
So Varamis, 4 points for the game, 2 for 3 for the free throw line, to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Varamis gets the soft rim. So Varamis now with 5 points. Puts them up 2 at 18-16.
This game may come down to who can finish these free throws, because right now Palatine's doing the better job in the second half, and that's why they have this 2-point lead still.
And she converts on both. Great free throw shooting. 4 for 5 for the game for Varamis. Matches her tournament average of 6 points. And again, Peter, it's both teams pretty much refuse to score field goals. There's been combined 3 field goals so far in the second half combined, and I said 3. Tantillo works, nice pass to Warren, who's going to get fouled by Laval. So now Laval just picked up her 3rd. So Laval's got 3, Henderson has 4, Fathers have 4, and Warren is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Another person you don't want to foul on this Lions team. She's shooting 80% from the free throw line so far in this tournament, 8 for 10, which is really impressive.
And she converts on the first. Now, I'd like to say so, but Nitz is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Tantillo is 0 for 2. So up until that free throw, they were 1 for 5 so far in this game for the free throw line. So Warren gets 1 more. And it's off. And Henderson with the rebound and a timeout by Coach Glazer. So here we go. The score is 19-17 with 2:33 to go. The Bobcats with the ball. So during this timeout, you have the lead. What does Coach Glazer tell her girls?
Well, I'd say that she tells them the thing I've kind of been saying this whole second half. Work your offense. Just work around the 3-point arc. You don't have to do anything on offense. You're the team that's commanding these last 2.5 minutes. You have a 2-point lead. Belleville is in a zone, and it's a very, very condensed zone. So you're going to have to force them either by burning clock or something or other to come out of that zone. So run the offense, move the ball, make them stretch out the zone a little bit, which is going to leave more openings to the hoop, go to the rim, and get fouled. And on the other end for Belleville, I almost go to a man-to-man in this situation. Because you go to a man-to-man, you're going to force Palatine to go and try and get to the hoop and beat you off the dribble. They're not going to be able to sit and do anything because they're going to get picked up from half court. That's just my opinion, though.
And your opinion matters in this game, Peter. That's why you're the color analyst. 19-17, 2:30 to go in the 4th quarter.
It appears I could also be a coach at some point, too, as it looks like they have extended the zone.
Actually, I think aren't they running man, Peter? Nice defense there by Tantillo on Varamis.
Can't tell if it's man or an extended 3-2 zone or 1-2-2.
Nice defense, nice move by Andre. At some point, they're gonna have to foul, but we still have a lot of play left. Or almost turnover there by Andre. Varamis smartly works it back out. I think Coach Glazer during that timeout, that's the thing they wanted to focus on. Just reset, work a four corners type of offense.
Another four corners reference. That's 2 for today.
Tantillo has to realize that she has 4 fouls.
And Belleville definitely needs her on the court in these crunch time moments.
1:36 to go. I think in this situation, Varamis is not who you want to foul.
Especially if you're Tantillo.
I feel like the way Tantillo's playing right now, she's going to pick her 5th foul. And there she did it. So Tantillo just picked up her 5th foul. And for the first time of the game, the Lions have a substitution. Paige Mueller checks in the ball game. And we're going to have 2 free throw attempts by Varamis. So I guess I don't understand did Tantillo not realize she had 4 fouls out there, Peter?
I'm not sure. That's something that you have to know. Basketball IQ is a huge part, and especially in situations like this. You have to know the time. You have to know the situation. You have to know what your personal situation is, how many fouls you have. And you got to know when you're the second leading scorer on this team and you are your team's leading rebounder throughout this game, your team needs you on the court. And even if your team needs to foul, you have to know that it can't be you. I don't understand why she fouled.
So Tantillo finished the game with 6 points and 9 rebounds. Great game. However, she is now out the rest of the way. And I feel like we have an opportunity possibly for some overtime play the way things are going.
We'll see how well Palatine can knock down these free throws throughout this next minute and 20 seconds because I feel like they're going to be going to the line a lot.
So they're 7 for 12 for the game for the free throw line.
Which is a pretty good percentage for an 8th grade basketball game.
And the championship final.
Yeah, that too.
For a 2-time defending champion. It's what you expect.
Also at this point, I once again want to point out your halftime prediction of 24-19 is still very well feasible.
Well, if you recall the last game we did, I thought I guessed 30-25. And I'm pretty sure I guessed 30-25 for the first game we did, and that was the final score.
You did say that the team to win would put up 30, and they did just that.
So Varamis to the free throw line for 2. She's got 6 points today. And with the soft rims, she has 7. Peter 5 for 6 from the free throw line so far today for Varamis. Again, keep this in mind if you were the Lions. Don't follow her.
She's had a really soft touch throughout this game. The last 2 times she's been to the line, the first free throw's been a little short, but she had enough spin on it to put it in.
And the next one, and she can't convert on that one, so we still have a 1-possession game. Rebound there by Katie Mueller.
And 3 points is definitely feasible for this Belleville team when you have Nitz on the court.
Nitz with a long three-pointer and can't get it, and Henderson with a big rebound. And Peter, that was another one that looked good. Again, you don't want to foul Varamis here. I think if you're going to foul anyone out there, you're going to foul possibly Laval, who's 0 for 3 from the free throw line so far today. And again, they foul Varamis, and Warren just picked up her 4th. So again, in this type of game, Peter, I don't think I think Varamis is the only person you don't want to foul.
Yep, she's the only one that's been shooting at an extremely high level from the free throw line. You had plenty of opportunities to foul someone else other than her in that situation. Andre touched the ball. Fowler's touched the ball. Laval touched the ball. We'll see if she can make them pay.
And she's 4 for 5 from the free throw line this quarter. Extends the lead to 4 at 21-17. Now, I mean, you have to be impressed the fact that the Bobcats have 2 field goals over the last 3 quarters. 2. And they're up by 4. And she makes both. Varamis gets it in nets. It puts the lead back up to 5 at 22-17. And then almost turnover, and the ball barely stays with the Lions.
Belleville dodged a bullet there. A turnover is the last thing they can afford. They need the possession with something out of it, whether it be a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer, to cut this back to a 1-possession game.
Well, they're going to get to Nitz here shortly. They're setting the screens for her. They're finally able to get in the corner to Hendricks. Here's Nitz, and Nitz gets it stolen away. And Andre says championship, Peter. Andre with the layup, with the steal and layup, and extends the lead to 7 at 24-17.
Fitting for Andre to.
And we're going to have a foul here, and it looks like that one's on Varamis. So Varamis just picked up her 3rd foul. So we're going to have some mass substitutions here.
Fitting for Andre to knock down that almost game-sealing layup, as she's the only person to have made a field goal since the first quarter.
12 points for Andre today.
When your team has 24 total, 12 points is a lot bigger than it seems.
Warren to the free throw line for 2.
These are big free throws.
Can't convert on that one. So Warren's 1 for 3. 1 for 3 for the free throw line for the game, and the team is 1 for 5 from the free throw line in the quarter. Couple substitutions here for the Bobcats. Number 3, Imani Washington checks in the ball game, along with number 43, Izzy Serafino. And taking a seat on the bench is Henderson and Laval. Finally, Warren makes another free throw. Warren's got 4 points today, full court pressure in this 6-point game. And right away, Warren's going to foul Andre, and that's 5 for Warren. So Warren's just picked up her 5th foul. Andre going to the free throw line to try to seal it more. So number 50, Leah Garrett, also checked in the ballgame for the Lions. So here's Andre, 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the game. 80% free throw shooter for the tournament. Misses that one. Leaves a slight opening for the Lions. All they need is a Nitz 3-pointer.
Still is only a 2-possession game, as she misses the second 2.
And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is
Belleville. And it's still a 6-point, 2-possession game. It's still feasible to come back from this, albeit you'll be scoring a third as many points in 20 seconds as you have the first 23 minutes.
Here's Nitz. Nitz with a long 3-pointer gets fouled. Nitz is going to get fouled and goes to the free throw line for 3. Again, looks like number 3, Washington, fouled her, so she gets 3 free throws.
One of the golden rules in basketball is never foul a 3-point shot. I can't say I've fouled it all the time,
but
it doesn't come back to hurt him as much as it could have.
Well, it just continues on the trend of the poor free throw shooting so far today for the Lions. Nitz just cannot hit. Peter, the 4th game in 3 days. At this point in the game, I mean, she just has no legs, Peter.
Yep.
So she's 1 for 5 from the free throw line for the game. And in a 6-point game, those are huge free throws.
Like I said earlier in the 4th quarter, the team that would make the free throws would be the team that would win.
And she misses all 3. And we're going to have over the back violation on number 50, Leah Garrett. So number 43, Izzy Serafino, goes to the free throw line for 2. And there's 14 seconds to go. And unless something miraculous, Reggie Miller asks legendary status for Zion Belleville. Peter, this is pretty much the game.
Yeah. You got to hand it to Palatine, even though their shots weren't really falling throughout. They only ended up making 6 field goals throughout the game. Like I said at the beginning, and like I stated throughout, their defense won them this tournament. Their defense is a reason there's, unless you said like Reggie Miller asked 14 seconds occurs, they're on their way to another 10th state title. Belleville, though, played really outstanding, coming in as the underdog, the 3 seed, playing the perennial powerhouse. They weren't fazed by the fact that it was Palatine. They played strong. They kept it close. It was a 1-possession game throughout. I'm really impressed with how they kept their composure, being
sorry, we're not in bonus yet. It was they call a timeout before they called the foul. So here it is, 14 seconds to go. They're trying to inbound the ball, and they're able to enter to get into Serafino. And we're going to have a foul, this one on Paige Mueller. And number 14, Veramis gets to go to the free throw line for 2 more. It's 5 for 6 from the free throw line this quarter, 7 for 9 for the game.
Yeah, those 7 free throws are the difference right now in this game. She's had a lot of confidence at the line throughout so far.
Of course, she makes that one. You know what I think it is, Peter? I think a lot has to do with me pronouncing her name wrong. I think she really wanted me to continue to work on that pronunciation. And ever since that happened, of course, we talked about her. We've talked about the entire fourth quarter.
She's really earned it. The way she's been coming through in the clutch these whole 6 minutes for her team.
Short on that one, rebound by Garrett. And we're going to have a officials timeout. A couple substitutions here. Alexandra Chastain and Kate Peters checking the ball game for the Lions. And Peter, we're going to have mass substitutions here for all the girls to get some action here. Checking in for the Bobcats will be number 23, Michaela Cooper. Number 32, Julianne Tagney. Number 13, Ruthie Montella. And number 42, Caitlin Raby. And they have roughly 7 players on the court right now.
Hey, got it figured out.
Actually, there was 8 at one point. I think that's a record.
At least they didn't start play with that many. That would have been a record.
And now I think they have 4, Peter. You know, in an intense game like this, it's good to see that the referees have some enjoyment. It was a great game. Great game
by both teams. Both teams played well enough to win. Unfortunately, only one could. And Belleville still has to be proud coming home with the second place trophy. Nothing to be ashamed of there.
It's at the buzzer and off. And your 2014 Illinois Girls State Champions is the 3-time now defending champion, Immanuel Palatine. What an error on my part. So congratulations to the Bobcats for Immanuel Palatine, as they are now the 3-time defending champions. Great effort, good job, good effort by both teams. So 25-18 is the final score, and Immanuel Palatine is the champion. Good. So leading all scorers in today's game for the Bobcats is Erica Andre with 12 points. And Nyla Varamis had 10 points, but 8 for 11 for the free throw line. Huge free throws in the fourth quarter. Brenna Fathers had 2 points, and Tiana Henderson had 1. So not a lot of scoring, but enough to get it done. And for the Lions was Nitz had 8 points. Grace Tatillo had 6, and Georgie Warren had 4.
To put in perspective just how impressive Palatine's defense was, they made 6 field goals throughout the game, and they only took 8 shots the entire second half. The defense was outstanding. Belleville also played really good defense, and unfortunately, those free throws at the end really hurt them. Had some of them gone down, this final could have been a lot different than it ended up being.
So the LSA would like to thank all our many volunteers, including ourselves this weekend. It just would not be possible. The LSA is a nonprofit organization with no paid staff. Without volunteers, this event is just not possible. So let's go down to Jim Kroll and Andy Fritz with the award ceremony. But again, we'd like to thank you for such a wonderful weekend. We'd like to congratulate the champions, Emmanuel Palatine, and the second place finisher, Zion
Belleville. Ready to begin the awards presentation. So we'd like you to get settled.
Do you want me to sit down?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Peter Arlington Heights. and the State 2014 Championship Basketball Tournament. On behalf of the LSA Board of Directors, welcome. And would you please join me in not only congratulating the two teams that just played, but all 16 girls teams that participated here at State. Would you please join me in thanking all the coaches that gave up time to bring teams here. And players, would you please join me in thanking parents for all the support they've given you. Our awards ceremony today will follow this type of format. We will take care of awarding both the trophy and medallions to our second place team. We will do trophy, medallions, game ball banner to our championship team. And then we will take care of the all tournament selection. And then lastly, all tournament with the MVP. And then lastly, the sportsmanship award. So we have a lot of things to go through. Finishing in second place here at State 2014, would you please congratulate the Lions from Zion, Belleville. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the co-chair of the basketball tournament, mostly in charge of the girls division, Mr. Andy Fritz.
Individual awards for the second place Zion Lions from Belleville. Number 1, Paige Mueller. Number 3, Brittany Nitz. Number 12, Katie Mueller. Number 14, Grace Tantillo. Number 21, Carolyn Henricks. Number 23, Georgie Warren. Number 30, Kate Peters. Number 33, Alexandra Chastain. And number 50, Leah Garrett. Principal, Dave Neepkamp. Athletic Director, James Ladeber. Head Coach, Doug Nitz. And Assistant Coach, Gary Henricks. A big round of applause for the Zion Belleville.
Our state champion for 2014, the Bobcats from Immanuel, Palatine. Bobcats, we also need you to come forward to receive your championship banner. And Coach, would you please step forward to receive the championship game ball?
Individual awards for the Bobcats. Number 1, Grace Towsey. Number 3, Imani Washington. Number 5, Brenna Fathers. Number 10, Margaret Spear. Number 11, Elise Horbach. Number 12, Julia Laval. Number 13, Ruthie Montella. Number 14, Anaya Varamis. Number 21, Tiana Henderson. Number 23, Michaela Cooper. Number 24, Erica Andre. Number 32, Juliana Tagny. Number 42, Caitlin Raby. And number 43, Izzy Serafino. Principal, Dave Ingerson. Athletic Director, Kim Schneider-Morris. Assistant Athletic Director, John Ulrich. Head Coach, Heather Glazer. Assistant Coach, Tony Laval. Assistant Coach, T.R. Turner. Next, we will be announcing the alternate team. These are 15 girls, individual girls selected by our state committee, and they are in no particular order. From St. Paul Mount Prospect, number 24, Ashley Adams. Number 24. There are many 24s on this list. So number 24 from Immanuel Palatine, Erica Andre. From Trinity Hoyleton, number 2, Georgia Agen. From Zion Bethalto, number 24, Elizabeth Buckley. From Trinity Centralia, number 24, Corinne DeBoard. Number 21 from Immanuel Palatine, Tiana Henderson. Number 33 from Lutheran Unity West Chicago, Dana Johnson. Number 3 from Trinity Hoyleton, Paige Caston. Number 3 from Zion Belleville, Brittany Nitz. Number 3 from Immanuel Freeport, Marley Rowe. Number 23 from Trinity Centralia, Casey Sager. Number 44 from Trinity Edwardsville, Ellen Schulte. Number 14 from Zion Belleville, Grace Tentillo. Number 15 from Trinity Roselle, Carson Vance. And the 15th member of our all-tournament team, number 14 from Immanuel Palatine, Anaya Vermis. And from this group of 15 girls was selected the most valuable player of the tournament. Number 3 from Zion Belleville, Brittany Nitz. All right, our final award, we have one award left. Our final award is the Sportsmanship Award, which we here at the LSA value deeply. And some of you may know this if you've read your program book, some of you may not. But each and every game, the players, coaches, and you, the fans, are judged on your sportsmanship, both good and bad, and a rating is given to each team. And then from those ratings, we come to a final number and our Sportsmanship Award. The 2014 Lutheran Sports Association Girls Tournament Sportsmanship Award goes to the ladies from Zion Bethalto. All right, we thank everyone for their participation. We would ask that all the picture taking be done in Hoops Fest. We have another boys championship game that starts in 25 minutes. So we ask if you're going to take any pictures that you would move next door to Hoops Fest to do that. And if you are on the court, if you could kindly be moving to an exit or back to the bleachers. Thank you very much.